It is about that time. We will get started. My name is Roxanne Wilson. I am the senior trainer here at Penny, and welcome to Penny Workshops. It's our second month doing these, and we have such a good time because it's a great time for all of you who use Penny to find out how Penny can help you. Penny is your virtual assistant. And so this is all about you getting 30 minutes. We stop right at 30. There's a caveat to that, but I'll tell you in a second. And really help you know how Penny's going to help you save time. Today, we're going to talk about how Penny's going to help you track your potential customers and team members and so much more. Now, I said it's 30 minutes. However, you're in the special session. We get one of these every so often where I am not alone. In fact, we have Ruby here, and she's going to be doing the interpretation in Spanish. So if you'd like a live interpretation of Spanish, you've got it. And by the way, yes, there's recording. And if you have someone on your team who would love to hear it in Spanish, we also post the recordings in Espanol, so you're good to go. So I'm going to send Ruby over to her little area. Here's what you need to know. If you would like the interpretation in Spanish, you're going to go down to the bottom of the screen and you'll see something that says interpretation. When you click on that, it'll take you over there and you can choose. I'll let her translate that and then we'll send her over.
Hola a todos. Bueno, para escuchar esta sesión en español, tienen que hacer clic en la parte inferior de la pantalla y elige la opción que dice español.
So much more eloquent than what I said. Thank you, Ruby. And there she goes. So she should be over there. We'll get the heads up there. Speak for me, Ruby. Yep, she's there. We can't hear her. So unless you're on that channel. Okay, so today, as I said, is all about tracking potential customers and team members. But if you came because you have a question and you really want to get it answered and you're thinking, oh, Penny is live at this time, I need help. Guess what? We have help for you. David from our customer support team is here. Just go into the Q&A section at the bottom of the screen and you can ask him a question there. Or, we have an intimate group today. If you want to go ahead and put it in the chat, he's ready for you. He's there as well too. Just remember, if you want the conversation to be with everyone here on the webinar, go ahead and click on the everyone button right by the chat. Or if you just want us to hear it, you can put it in hosts and panelists. Now, I did say it was going to be 30 minutes. It might be a little bit longer because I am going to slow down because I've got to give Ruby a chance to interpret. All right. Okay. So, and thank you for taking the poll. If you have not done it yet, hop in there and do it. But we're going to talk about how Penny can really help you track your potential customers and team members. Now, in Pennyland, we call that prospecting. And it looks like most of you, so 67% of you consider the word prospecting to be when you're talking about your potential customers and your potential team members. Like I said, any answer to that poll is right. Just know this, when you see it in Penny language, when Penny says prospects, Penny's talking about anyone who's a potential customer or team member. So know that and don't worry about any other nomenclature, okay? All right, so when we do this, a couple things I want to show you on how you can really take advantage of Penny when you're doing all these great things. So I'm going to hop into Penny right now, and you can do it as well too if you want to hang out with me. That would be great. And let's start by going to the notes section because it's a little beautiful thing that we have here at Penny. So what you're going to do is go to the bottom of the screen and go all the way over to the right-hand side. When you're there, I want you to go ahead and tap on the More button. By the way, if you have never put in a prospect in Penny, amazing. This is going to be an opportunity for you to do that. And you don't know how to do it, go ahead while you're here and go to the live chat button and you can tap on live chat and we will help you do it. Or you can just go to David in the Q&A and go, David, I've never put a prospect in. Tell me how to do that. Okay. Now, once you have, why would you want to put your prospects in Penny, you might ask? It's so very important to put your prospects inside of Penny because Penny is never going to forget your prospects. Literally, Penny is going to always remind you to follow up with them. I know you've heard this before, fortunes in the follow-up. So it's really beneficial to lean into that. But here's what's so great about Penny. Penny's not just about putting the contacts and calling them prospects, but if you go to the contact card right there, that's the second option, contacts. Let's take a look at this. Here, we're going to go look at a prospect. Now, just so you know, when you go into the contact section, it is all of your contacts. So you're going to see your downline team members in there. You're going to see your prospects and your customers. But today, we're only talking about prospects. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the top of the screen where you see that kind of dove gray box and go ahead and tap into that screen. When you tap into that, all of a sudden, all these great filters show up. Do you see that? Making it really easy for you to get to look through your customers and your team members and your prospects. So let's go ahead and tap on that first option, prospect. And once you've tapped on this, now I'm seeing all of my prospects are listed here. I'm going to let's tap into Edwin over here on the right. I'm going to show you a little something. Okay, so this is what we call your contact card. This is where everything about Edwin is going to live, which I love because let's face it, you're doing so much during the day. You're not expected to remember exactly what Edwin said to you, what Edwin's interested in, all of those things that just wouldn't be realistic. See, Penny's about making sure that you continue that link with your prospects so that when you do talk to them again, it's like you never lost any time. Makes a huge difference. So right underneath Edwin's name, you'll see there's details to the left. Let's tap on activity right there. So when you tap on activity, it's going to open up exactly that, all of the activity you've ever had with Edwin. Now, why am I here? Because I want to show you something very important. The notes. Now, I did ask the question, how many of you are tracking your notes? And I just think this is interesting because what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, let me see, is that 63% of you are adding notes, 25% of you are not, and 13% said when you remember. That's about right. That makes sense. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and tap on note right here. When you tap on note, it's going to open up your note section. Now you're going to see this whenever you complete a task as well. So as you complete tasks, the note section will always pop up and it will prompt you. See, but Penny's about prompting you, not forcing you to do anything. But I want to kind of give you a little why to those of you who are not using it right now, 25% of you are not using notes. Let me tell you why notes are so important. Back when I was a young warthog, I used to live in Austin, Texas, and my girlfriends and I would go out and we'd have a girls' night out. We'd go to this restaurant called the Melting Pot. Have you ever heard of it? The Melting Pot is a great place to go with people you like, but it's like a 3-hour tour. So you definitely don't want to go on a first date. But we would go and you have all the courses and it's fondue for everything. So you've got fondue and every like chocolate, the cheese, all the stuff, cooking the meat. And when we were there, our server would always be able to touch base with us. And he'd be like, Roxanne, so what happened with your new hairstyles? Do you like them? And what happened with that guy? And did you end up getting that dress? And month after month, he would always know what was going on with us. So finally, you know me, I had to ask. I said, okay, listen, I have to know, how on earth do you remember everything about us every time we walk in? And he said, okay, you want to know my little secret? I'm like, I absolutely do want to know your secret. What are you doing? And he said, I actually keep notes. We all keep notes on all the customers. That way, whenever you come in, we can continue that conversation. Now, do you know how beneficial that is? As a result, of course, we always were excited to see him. Of course, we tipped more. And it felt really good to know you could go to this place. You know, it's kind of like the saying, you want to go where everyone knows your name. You know, that show. Same type of thing. Now let's go to you. This is why the note section is so important, because the note section enables you to have that continuous conversation like you never left off. So for example, if Edwin told me that he's going to go try a new coffee shop, the next time I talk to Edwin, I'm going to ask him, how'd that coffee shop go? And he's like, oh my gosh, that's right. I did tell you that. Thanks for remembering that. And it makes that relationship a little bit deeper. You're in the relationship business, right? And when you think about it, you are competing against any place where your amazing product, and your product is amazing. But you think about it. Let's, for example, say you sell collagen. Okay. You can also get collagen at all sorts of different stores. You can even get it on Amazon. So you got to think about what's going to make someone shop with you as opposed to anywhere between where they work, worship, workout, and home, or Amazon. And the thing is, the missing that like magic is you. It is you. Your product's amazing, yes, but you are the reason they're going to shop. And a way to just develop that relationship and that bond even more is to lean into the notes. So when I do notes, this is what I recommend. Now, listen, you might be like, Roxanne, I know, but I don't feel like typing the notes all the time. I get you. This is what I like to do. I like to come down to the bottom right-hand side of the screen and I tap on that dictation feature. Now, truth be told, I use Apple products, but I know there's a dictation on the Android as well too. So wherever it might be, if you tap on that, then you can just go in here and go like this. I'm tapping. Edwin told me about the new coffee shop called Crisp that he's so excited to try. Make sure to ask him how it was and if the rose tea was as good as he was hoping, period. Also, he's super interested in the seed cycling for his wife and his daughter. It'd be a good time to talk to him about that before Mother's Day, period. Great. Then I'll just hit done. I have my note. And so my recommendation to you is if you're like, typing is a lot, just talk. I'm a talker, so I just talk and put it in. Don't sleep on those notes, because the notes are going to be that difference between why people choose you and why they choose other people. Okay. And we want them to choose you. And Penny's going to help you with that. You don't have to have workbooks and notebooks and napkins and all the things that I used to have to try and keep track of it and spreadsheets. It's all right here, so that when you go to do that task, it's sitting there waiting for you. All right. I'm going to tap on the add the note. Dawn, if you have the dictation feature, what you're going to do, I'll show you. She said, I'm not seeing dictation. Just tap into the box. And when you tap into the box, it should open up your keyboard. Once it opens up your keyboard, let me just move this ever so slightly so it's a little better. Once you open up the keyboard, you're going to see that microphone. Tap on that microphone, and that microphone is going to be what opens up the dictation feature. Great question. Let me know if you still need to see it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to tap on done. Yeah, there it is. It's magical, and it's in your keyboard for everything. Lean into that for sure. Okay, so at the bottom left-hand side of the screen, tap on add note, and you can see now my note is right there. So I have my notes talking about exactly what I said, and the information is there. Tammy, I'm so excited. You think this is so awesome. With 3 exclamation points, I'll take all 3 of those. Thank you very much. There you have it right there. Okay, so you have your note. It's ready to go. Do not sleep on those notes. They come in handy. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you about is something called tags. And inside right here, we can go to tags as well too. So to the left of activity, or actually the right of activity, happens to be tags. Let's tap on tags. I know that tags can seem kind of confusing. So let's talk about tags for a moment. Tags are basically your way of categorizing people. And when I first met Edwin, I might not know where to categorize him, but I'm going to show you and give you some tips on what to do, because here's the thing. As you categorize them, think about it this way. Let's say Edwin loves coffee. We know this, and he loves rose tea. Let's say that we start selling rose tea, right? I want to be able to reach out to everyone I know that loves rose tea to let them know we have a rose tea that you can have at home. It's very difficult to do that if you're going through all of your, trying to find, even in the contact section in Penny, it takes time. You do not have time. Penny's here to save you time. Okay. So when you think about, when they tell you little nuances about themselves, you want to make a tag for them. I'm going to show you how to make a tag, and then I'm going to break down exactly my little trick and tip for making tags. Because remember, if you make a tag for it, you can always search people for that. So you're going to tap into that gray box. Let me check on Ruby, because I just went on okay, she's rolling. Do you know when Ruby started interpreting, which was all of a month ago, she was like, okay, I need you to go very slow, Roxanne. And now she's like, I'm good. She's a natural pro. In fact, by the way, if you're ever live chatting and you see Ruby, this is the Ruby right here that you're talking to. Okay, so we're going to tap into that box. And when you tap into the box, you simply start typing. So let's say I know rose tea, because I said he likes rose tea. I'm going to tap on rose tea. I'm going to type in rose tea, or you could dictate it, of course. And then once you've done that, go ahead and go to the right-hand side and tap on that plus button. I know the color could be different depending on the company you're with. Totally fine. It does the same thing. So tap on that, and then you've made your tag just like that. You can make all sorts of tags. So let me break down and give you because I know sometimes you're like, I'm stumped. What should I make a tag for? Oh, honey, let's do this. Do you remember the who, what, when, where, why? And we're not going to do how, but why? Those 5, let's do this here. So who, whenever you meet someone or you're talking to them, think about, okay, who are they? How can I categorize them? I mentioned that Edwin was a husband, right? Because I said his wife. So I could put husband down here and make that tag, boom. He's also a dad. So I'm going to type in dad, tap on that plus sign. I'm going to tap on that. He also likes coffee shops. Great. I'm going to tap that. Okay. So anything that can identify them. If he's like a businessman, let's say he's a traveler, whatever, go ahead and put those tags in, because that'll help you. You'd be surprised in the future where you're like, I want people who travel a lot, for example, and you want to be able to talk to all of them because you have something that will help them with jet lag or something to that effect. You want to make sure you have that in there. Okay, the next thing, let's talk about what, okay? This is more like what, as in, are they interested in, what do you think they're interested in that you have? What do you have that might be interesting to them? And then you make something for that. So it could be that you're like, okay, he mentioned his wife and seed cycling, which that'd be a little weird conversation, but my story's about seed cycling. So this is how we're going to do it. So I might say seed cycling so that, and you can say I've said it before, so it's going to pop up right there. So that I know when I have special on my seed cycling box, I'm going to touch base with him. Okay. So anything you think they might be interested in. Now, the next one is where. Like, where did you meet him? Like, I met him at the candy store. Do you know that song? Leader, do you know that song, Ruby? That's when I fell for the leader of the pack. Vroom, vroom. Okay, it takes me back. Okay, so here, I'm going to type in, I met him at the gym. So where you met them matters. If you met them at book club, you're going to put that, because when you want to talk to or invite everyone in your book club to something, you want to be able to find those names quickly. That is what a tag does for you. Okay, now let's talk about the why. Why would they care? Why do they care about this? And this can sometimes be what you think they'd be interested in, but like, why would they care? So if you have like, I already put dad, why would they care? Let's see, they'd care about this. Perhaps I know that they'd care because they might be, they're looking for an additional income, or maybe he's saying like his wife's about to retire and she's looking for something to do. So I might say potential, let me see if I can spell it, potential team member. Boom, just like that, okay? Then the next thing I do is when, as in, when do I think that maybe they might be interested? So this is something I put like, I'm like, okay, if this is someone that I want to definitely talk to when a new product comes out, or when we have a special, like if he's like, I love sales. Whenever you have a sale, talk to me about sale. I'm going to type in sale so that I know that we all have them, right? Or I used to, I don't do it anymore, but we have people that only want to shop a sale, that are like, when is your sale? Tell me what your sale is. So I'm going to put sale so that I know whenever there's a sale, I have my group of people that will just be willing to buy or look at anything because there's a sale. Now I've made my tags for him just like that. As I get to know him more, I might add some tags, but let's say I might also like take some away. Let's say, for example, that he's like, I actually hate coffee. I'm just going there for the tea. Okay. Well, I can take coffee shop off as I know him. I'll just tap on that X to the right of it, and I can take coffee shop right off there. Just remember that when it comes to your tags in the future, you will be able to use those tags to filter through any of your prospects, as well as your customers, by the way, as well too, so that you can easily make lists for them. And if you're curious about how to make lists, fret not. If you watch the video, we do have these workshops on YouTube from last month, and I think it's up now. If it's not up now, it'll be in the next day or so. You can see the multitasking feature, and I show you how to make those lists. Okay, but just know this is a way that you categorize them now that's going to help you later. Because think about this. When Edwin, let's just say you were like, okay, yeah, Edwin, I'll tell you when the next sale is. And when I think of Edwin, I think of Edwin McCain, by the way. I used to love that song. Anyway, don't interpret that Ruby. So here's what I'm thinking, okay? Edwin says, Roxanne, tell me about every single sale. And I'm like, yes, I will definitely do that. But I wrote that somewhere, or I thought I'd remember it here, and then life gets in the way and I forget. And he hears from someone else, oh, there was a sale. He's like, why didn't you tell me? That doesn't bond the relationship. That actually gives a little bit of like, oh, she's not on her game. By using these tags and making a tag for anything like sale, now I know that I don't need to worry, because when a sale comes up, I just look up that list and make sure I reach out to all of them. It's magic. No, it's not magic. It's penny. Okay, how are we doing out there? Y'all doing all right? I'm going to show you one more thing today, because I want you to be clear of when you are connecting with your potential team members and potential customers about what's going on here. By the way, I just want to definitely add that tag of where you think they're going to be, like potential team member, potential customer. Add those tags. And if they're both, you can add both of those as well too, because that'll help you differentiate your prospects. Okay, so what we're going to do, bottom of the screen, always, the X marks the spot that's going to take you back. Oh, I see a question. Dawn says, can we select more than one contact and place the same tag? Oh, Dawn, yes, you can. We're going off the Richter. I'm going to show you, we have time. I'm going to show you this right here. Okay, so I'm going to tap on that X regardless. That always takes us back one spot. And I'm back to my list of prospects. To everyone, the question was, Don said, can we select more than one contact and place the same tag? C, yes, you can. Oh, that's so let me go ahead and show you. What we're going to do here at the top of the screen, do you see where it says select multiple? I want you to go ahead and tap on that to toggle that on. What you're doing is you're telling Penny, hey, rather than just looking at one of the contacts, one of the prospects, I want to do something with a bunch of them. Now, all you need to do is I'm going to tap on Steven. I'm going to tap on Edwin. How about Karen, Baylor, Sim, and I could keep going. Okay. Once I've picked the people that I want to add a tag to, I'll come down to the bottom of the screen on the left-hand side and tap on next. Once you tap on next, you'll see all the 5 people that I've selected are here. And right below that on the left-hand side, it says, do you want to add notes and tags? Why, yes, I do. Penny is always on it, man. So I'm going to tap on add notes and tags. And then right here, I can add a tag. I can actually even add a note. So let me just do that. I'll show you both. I'm going to tap into note and say, be sure to talk to them about the major sale coming up, the buy one, get one free on the seed cycling box. They are very interested. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Awesome. Okay, there it is. I have my done. And then I add the note there on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. Oh, yay. Dawn said, oh my gosh, I love Penny. Dawn, I promise she said that. She just sent it just to us, but she said it. Okay, now let me show you this. Let's add a tag. Down here at the tag, I'm just going to tap into the tag. You can see the 5 people I chose are still right there. I'm going to tap on that and I'm going to say, I'm going to say seed cycling. Seed cycling. I'll type it in so you can see it all happen. If I spell it right, seed cucumber is not the right spelling. Okay, there it is, seed cycling. And I've added that. Now all I need to do is come to the bottom of the screen, tap on that save button, bottom left-hand side, and you can see it's processing. And now all of them have that. Do you want to check it? Do we want to check Penny's work? Who wants to check Penny's work? I'll check Penny's work. Let's see, I think we did it for Sim. Let me tap on Sim and go to, oh wait, let me actually first I've got to untoggle the multiple, right? Because I just want to see how Sim is doing. Okay, now I come to Sim. I'm going to go to activity. And you can see right here, be sure to talk to them about the major sale coming up, the buy one, get one free on the seat. Well, it said seat, but cycling. And then if I come over to tags at the top right-hand corner, you can see the seed cycling is right there. So yes, you can do it for multiples as well too. Great question, Dawn. All right, I have time to show you one more thing. Let's go to the bottom right-hand side of the screen. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back again. And we're going to head on over to the daily, which is where Penny always opens, because Penny is about getting you into daily activity, doing that business building activity. Okay, so I'm going to come to follow-ups. Remember, when it comes to prospecting tasks about your potential team members and customers, they're always going to be reach outs. That's the first time you talk to someone, and then you'll have follow-ups. That's every time after that. I'm going to tap on follow-ups. When I tap on follow-ups, let's go to Rochelle Budgel. Okay, we tap on Rochelle Budgel. Now let's pretend I already did the task. Okay, I've already reached out. I wanted to let Rochelle know about the special coming up, see if she's interested, all the things. Then I come back. So I've done that. I'm going to tap on that big complete button at the top of the screen. Y'all, sidebar, there's no coincidence as to why that big button's there, because Penny knows that your business is not going to grow if you don't do your tasks, right? So like complete it, do it, you can do it. Penny's there for you. We're going to tap on the complete button. When you tap on complete, you're going to see this screen whenever you're talking to or whenever you're doing a task for a prospect. You're always going to see the screen. So I want to talk about the screen because you might be like, why is that screen there? Well, because Penny's nosy in a good way, like a good nose, right? So Penny's going to ask you, hey, how did that follow-up go? I know you just followed up with Rochelle. Tell me more. I'll agree. Now you're going to see the different options here. On the fence, there's a chance, hot prospect, potential consultant, not sure yet, and not interested. Based on how you identify the relationship, think about this as DTR, defining the relationship, Penny is going to suggest when you should talk to them again. Penny's getting you into that activity. So for example, if you tap on hot prospect, Penny's going to say, awesome. Make sure you talk. Let's schedule it in 2 weeks. Now, if you say potential consultant, it's going to be sooner. If you say on the fence, it's going to be a little bit later, but that's the suggestion. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to take the suggestion. Penny's just making sure that you've got in a good rhythm. Let's say that Rochelle said, you know what? I want you to talk to me in 2 days, because in 2 days, I'm ready to make a decision. Don't forget, must be in 2 days, exactly 2 days. I hear that. All you need to do is come right here and tap on the 2 days and select it. Or you can choose any of these dates here. Okay, so just know that. Now, one of the cool things as well too, when you choose how it went, you see these little icons. That icon is always going to be on Rochelle's name. So I'm going to see the fire, but if I changed it, like if I said on the fence, you'd see a fence. So you're going to see different icons. They're kind of fun, right? They're for you. I would be remiss if I didn't mention, do you see the big add notes and tags right there? Right there, Penny's saying awesome. So when you complete a task, you don't have to go anywhere else. You tap on complete, you let Penny know how it went, and then the first thing you're going to see is this big add notes and tags, and it's going to look just like it did earlier, but we put them together. So you can tap into notes and give your notes. You can tap on tags and add your tags right there. We put it inside the task because we know how important it is, because that is the string that's going to keep your relationship going continuously, so you don't have to start over and over again. Have you ever asked someone the same question repeatedly? It's uncomfortable. Like, you already asked me that. Like, oh, right. Oh, or, oh, I told you, like, don't talk to me until blah, blah, blah. And you forgot, like till a full moon, and you forgot because you didn't have it in your notes. So just remember that that is right there. One other thing I'm going to show you. Let me just go back. I said one thing and now I'm saying one thing again. Forgive me. Let me go to Sim right here and show you this. Just so you know, when you are in here to complete a task, you're like, okay, what did I talk to Sim about last? You might be like, where do I find that information? Just tap on Sim's name. When you tap on Sim's name at the top, it will take you right here to the contact card where you've been. So it's like, oh, there, it's right there. Then, as you know, you're right below Sim's name, you're going to see details. Then you'll see activity, tap on activity. And I see that. Be sure to talk to them about the major sale. All of it's right there. So know that inside the task, you just tap on the name. And when you tap on the name, it'll take you right back to what we went over there. You don't have to go there in any other way, but right there for you. Okay. We have about 3 minutes left, technically. So are there any other questions at all that I can answer? I'm here for you. We're all here for you, actually. While you're thinking about it, let me just remind you that, so next week is, if you want to come, we'd love to see you. It's Ask Me Anything. So if you have any questions, burning questions, you want to see things, just bring them and I will answer them. And those, you can come to any of those times. And the week after, I am going to show you how you can actually have Penny right there with you when you're on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, so that you'll be able to add tasks, check and see what your customers and your prospects are up to, look at your notes in that moment. It is slick. It is awesome. We call it Penny Plus. So that will be coming up. And to sign up for those sessions, let me just give you that link so you have it. Well, you know it technically, because that's how you got here, right? Also, I'm going to show you and give you the link to the recording. So this is recorded. We will get the recording up there for you. And remember, we'll have one in Spanish. So if you know someone who would prefer to hear it in Spanish, prefer to hear Ruby, we've got you covered there. Also, you can see the past trainings as well, too. All right. No questions, I see. Okay, there's where you register. And then here's the YouTube channel where you can check out the past ones. It has been a delight to be here with you on behalf of myself, on behalf of Ruby, and on behalf of David. We want to thank you. And as we say here at Penny, every day is a big day. And we know this is a big day for you. Lean into prospecting and really tapping into your potential customers and team members by using the notes and tags feature and all of the extra bonuses that Penny has for you to save you time and make sure that that string, that relationship just keeps building and building like you've never lost time. All right, you guys take care. We'll see you later. Bye. You are so welcome.